probably didn't plan to click this. Maybe you were just scrolling, looking for something to pass the time, and then this video appeared. Just like that. Out of nowhere. No context. No build-up. Just a pull. Something in you said, wait, maybe I need to hear this. And here you are. That's not an accident. Sometimes the things that are meant for us don't show up in perfect packaging. They come as interruptions, as whispers, as strange little nudges we can't explain. And when they do, you either lean in or you miss them. But you didn't miss this. That means something. There's something in this message that your soul's been waiting for. Maybe your mind doesn't fully get it yet. Maybe it still feels random, unplanned, even confusing. But that feeling in your chest, that pause, that quiet yes, that brought you here, that's alignment. And if you'll stay just a little longer, I promise, you're going to hear something that shifts things. Maybe not all at once, but enough to wake up something powerful inside you, something ancient, something holy, something real. You see, there comes a time in everyone's life when they start to feel it, a sense that the life they're living isn't the life they were truly made for. Maybe you've felt that lately, that strange discomfort in your own routine, that tug towards something deeper, that awareness that there has to be more. You're not crazy. You're waking up. This world has conditioned us to sleep, to conform, to quiet our own knowing in exchange for approval. We learn how to fit in, how to please others, how to survive, but we forget how to be, how to live in alignment with our own soul. But something in you never forgot. Something in you has always whispered, even in your darkest moments, that you're here for more, that you're not just another face in the crowd, that your presence here matters. And maybe you've ignored that voice. Maybe life got loud. Maybe pain made you doubt. Maybe people made you question your worth. But that voice, it never left. It's been waiting, patiently, lovingly, until this exact moment, right now, where everything slows down just enough for you to finally listen. This is your moment. This isn't just a video. It's an activation, a remembering. Because if you've ever felt like the outsider, like you don't belong, like you're too sensitive, too deep, too different, that's not a flaw. It's a sign. You were never meant to fit in with everyone else. You weren't born for the crowd. You were born to awaken something higher, to carry light in places most people fear to go, to be the one who breaks the cycle, heals the lineage, awakens the lineage. That's why it's been hard. That's why you've been tested. Because people like you don't get an easy path. You get a meaningful one. You've been stretched so you could hold more love, broken so you could let light in through the cracks, delayed so you could be deeply prepared. And now, the preparation is shifting. The time of hiding is ending. You're not being called to become someone new. You're being called to return to who you always were before the world tried to shape you. The truest you, the soulful you, the aligned, awakened, powerful, clear, beautiful you. And no, not everyone's going to understand your journey. That's okay. It's not meant for them. But this right now, this moment you're in, it's meant for you. It's time to say yes to your soul. No more putting it off. No more waiting for a perfect time. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. This is your turning point. And if something inside you just exhaled, if your heart said yes, if your eyes filled with tears you didn't expect, that's your confirmation. You don't need anyone's permission to grow. You don't need anyone's understanding to evolve. This is between you and your soul, between you and the divine, between you and the life you were always meant to live. If you're still here, if you're still listening, that tells me everything. You're ready, ready to release the weight you've been carrying, ready to forgive what needs forgiving, ready to stop dimming your light, ready to walk in truth, ready to love yourself completely, even the messy parts, ready to move forward without dragging the old story with you. No more pretending, no more delay, just presence, power, purpose. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know every step ahead. You just have to be willing, willing to begin, willing to believe that maybe, just maybe, this is your time. And if you feel that truth vibrating in your chest, here's what I want you to do. Breathe. Right now, one deep, conscious breath. Feel yourself arriving back into your own body, back into your own knowing, back into the divine connection that never left you, not even once. Let that breath be your yes. And then, comment below. Let others know you're here. You're still here, and that says something powerful. Most people click away when something feels too real, when the message cuts a little too close to the truth, when their soul is being stirred and they don't know what to do with the discomfort. But you stayed. That means the seed of truth already took root inside you, even if your mind tries to second-guess it, even if the world around you tries to distract you. Deep down, you know something is shifting. You may not be able to name it yet, but you can feel it. The air feels different. The silence feels charged. You feel more aware, more alive, even if you're still in the same room, with the same problems, facing the same unknowns. That's what awakening looks like. It's not a thunderclap. It's not fireworks. It's not always obvious. Sometimes it's just a quiet, undeniable presence inside you that whispers, "You're changing. Keep going." And I know, sometimes change hurts. Sometimes it feels like everything around you is falling apart. People drift. Opportunities disappear. Doors close. Things break open. And you wonder, what did I do wrong? But the truth is, it's not punishment. It's purification. You didn't lose them. You were lifted. You weren't abandoned. You were protected. You didn't fall. You were called deeper. Because here's the thing. Before you receive what's meant for you, the old you has to dissolve. The fearful version of you, the version that begged for crumbs, the version that kept people around just to not feel alone, the version that doubted your own light every time someone else didn't see it. That version of you is being released, not because it was wrong, but because it's done its job. It got you here, but it can't take you where you're going. And where you're going? It's sacred. You're being guided into a new season of truth. Real, uncomfortable, liberating truth. The kind of truth that calls you to let go of what's safe and choose what's true. That means no more apologizing for your depth. No more watering yourself down just to fit into someone else's shallow cup. No more looking outside of yourself for validation that only your soul can give you. You've done that long enough. Now it's time to start trusting the quiet guidance, the dreams that won't leave you alone, the intuitive nudges that tell you this isn't for you anymore, the strange timing of people showing up or disappearing, the moments that don't make sense until later. It's not random. You're not cursed. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're chosen. Chosen to carry light through darkness. Chosen to heal what others refuse to feel. Chosen to love deeper, see wider, speak truth, walk with faith, and live with purpose. And that journey is not easy. You'll be misunderstood. You'll lose people you thought were forever. You'll outgrow places you once begged to enter. You'll cry over things no one else sees. You'll celebrate breakthroughs no one else claps for. But you'll never be alone, because in this sacred path, you walk with the divine. You walk with unseen support, with guides, with angels, with ancestors, with God, and yes, with others like you, even if you haven't met them yet. There are others rising too. You're not the only one being called higher. You're not the only one dreaming bigger, loving harder, shedding deeper, standing taller. This is the rise of the awakened ones. And you? You're one of them. Your power doesn't come from force. It comes from alignment, from surrender, from love, from remembering that even if the world doesn't get you, your soul always did. You're the answer to a prayer someone hasn't dared to pray yet. You are the healing someone else is still afraid to hope for. You are the light breaking into a generational darkness that thought it would last forever. You are not weak for feeling deeply. You are strong for not giving up when the pain was unbearable. And now you're entering the phase where everything begins to make sense. The pain, the delays, the losses, the timing, the no that led you to the real yes. You're not just going to understand the period. You're going to understand the why. So take a deep breath. Let this land. You are not lost. You are being found by the truest version of yourself. You are not being tested to fail. You are being refined to rise. And your only job right now is to keep listening, even if it's quiet, even if it's scary, even if it doesn't look like anyone else's journey, because the path that was carved for you is sacred, and the voice that calls you forward is holy. And you were meant to hear it. And if this message stirred something deep in your soul, don't let it fade. You're not here by accident. You were meant to feel this, to remember this, to rise from this. So now I invite you, not just to watch, but to walk with us. This journey doesn't end when the video stops. It's just beginning.